Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. I have a super satisfying video for you guys today, and it's going to be a super satisfying project for me. I'll have to put the dates on the screen when I started my pumpkins in the trellis in the raised beds. I had sweet peas in them before, and it made me start my pumpkin seeds later because I was enjoying the sweet peas, and I started them too late. I do have some pumpkins, and we're gonna collect those today, but more importantly, I just want to get rid of the vines. They're looking really bad, and we're actually going to be doing cleaning up the whole gravel pit garden, pulling the tomatoes, and just making the area look clean and tidy. And I'm so excited about it because I have enjoyed this gravel pit garden this year like immensely, and I like the layout of it. Everything has worked really well, but I'm at the point of the season where I don't want to look at this stuff anymore. So there are some pumpkins that are ready, but there are some pumpkins that are not ready, but truthfully, I don't even care. I realized at some point that I really liked the way that the pumpkin vines looked, and I felt like I got what I wanted out of them because of that, but now they look like absolute trash. So let me show you what they look like. So this whole side of the greenhouse is going to be cleaned up. All of these tomatoes. So there's four 4x4 raised beds right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The two back ones have lettuce. These two have, there's 3 tomatoes in each, so there's 6 tomatoes right here. And then when you go back farther, I have 2 of these wooden boxes that my uncle made me, and they have slender hinoki false cypresses in them, and they are doing so well in these, and I don't see me taking them out anytime soon. But these raised beds that I got from Vago Garden are 4x8s, and they're really, really nice, and there is a trellis that goes in between them, and I kind of just want to clean it out and see the structure of the raised beds without these vines. But if you look, there are pumpkins. There's a pumpkin right there. They have actually even started, let me zoom in for you. They have actually even started growing up here where I wanted them, but it's just a little too late for that. There's also some other stuff in these raised beds. There's a sweet potato vine. This is the Sweetheart Lime. One on this side and one on the other side. I'll probably honestly pull those out too, just because I just want to like clean this area up. As you can see, the pumpkin vines are down on the ground. They're even over on this side with a pumpkin right here. And they also are along the back side as well. So they go on the side and all the way around back. And it's very hard to maneuver around here, and I'm just excited to be able to walk freely. But I wanted to show you that a couple of the pumpkins are ready. If you take your fingernail and you push into the side of the pumpkin, if it leaves a mark, it's not ready. But if it does not leave a mark, then it's ready. This one did not leave a mark. There's a little tiny pumpkin inside there. It's a black bear. That one is ready. And then this one down here is also ready, because this one is like hard as a rock. Like I can't make a dent with that if I wanted to. But there are some other pumpkins that are not ready. There's a pumpkin in here that I'm pretty sure is not ready. And any of the ones up on the top of the trellis surely are not either. Now I can still use those pumpkins as decorations, which is what I'm gonna do. You just wouldn't be able to store them for any amount of, or for a long period of time. So if that was your intention, was to grow them for produce and eat them and whatnot, that wouldn't be good. But for me, they're just decorations, so they'll be fine. Even though they're not like ripened to the color that I want them to be, they're fine. I just want to get this area cleaned up. So that's what I'm going to do. I need to grab my ladder and some pruners and probably my pop-up bag, and that's it. I decided to just use the tractor wagon instead of my pop-up bag. I think that'll be easier. Oh, I can't wait until all this stuff is gone. I love, at the beginning of the season, starting things, watching them grow, starting to get produce. But there comes a time in the year, like late summer, fall, where I really have to stop myself from pulling things. Sometimes they'll even look good still, and I really just sometimes enjoy just a cleaned out space so I can see the structure of things as opposed to just this wild mess. But we're gonna take care of it today. Look at this root system on this tomato. I find that so impressive. That's crazy. I actually really like the structure of these supports that I put up here this year. And I think I want to leave them, but it's proving difficult trying to stick my hand in and like clean it out. So I think I'm gonna just pull them out right now and put them back in when I'm done. That probably would be much easier. It looks so much better cleared up now looking this way. Now we just need to gather some pumpkins. Look, the sweet potato vine grew like little sweet potatoes. You'll have to forgive the sounds in the background. One of our neighbors is having some trees removed, so I just want to let you know what that sound is. But this is incredible. I didn't realize how much I loved this spot in my garden until I just took this stuff down. I think that it's important to make sure that you love your garden when it's bare and when it's full. And I don't know, I don't want to say it because it might be true, but I think I like this area plain more than with stuff in it. That sounds really strange, I know, but let me show you how good this looks. I still have to clean, like wash the sides of the raised beds with some water and a brush or something, and we might do that. But I have some other ideas too to finish this video off. I love it. I just love the structure of everything. And it's not perfectly even like this. So these raised beds were here before the back section was there. And when we decided to make this area a big gravel area, I had to move those two raised beds over so that there was a walkway, and then it's a 4.5 foot gap between this bed and this bed, so it pushed things over. And I could have removed all 4 of these beds and moved them over, but truthfully it really does not bother me that much. I know it might bother some who are like have to have things like super symmetrical, but it really does not bother me one bit. But what I think we might do is grab a couple bags of soil and fill these 2 beds up. I won't be able to top these 2 beds up until I take the lettuce out, and then I want to fill these beds up before winter as well, because you can see how much the soil has sank. But I'll need to get like a bulk order of soil. I have actually quite a number of bags of different types of coast of Maine soil that I'm trying out, but I don't want to use them all just for these 2 beds. You know, I don't want to empty my stash out just to fill these up. So I think I'd like to get something else to go in these and then use the other types of soils to test them out, you know. But the reason I like to fill my beds, like refill my beds up before winter, one is just because I think it looks better, especially when it's bare. There's no plants in it, you know what I mean? So I like to see it like topped up. And then I also think that if you put in like those nutrients and stuff before winter, it just helps break things down, and soil will be ready in spring. But then I also top in spring too. But I just think, I don't know, it looks good, and I think it's good for plants and whatnot. But let me show you the pumpkins that we got. It's not a tremendous amount, and truthfully, I don't know if any of them were ready, but this had to be done. It didn't have to, but it had to be done for my sake. Look at these. And I'll tell you what, I don't even know what these are. This one back here, I believe is supposed to be the Long Island cheese. That one and that one. But do you see this weird stem on this one? I don't know, I think it's super cool. But then I planted, these are black bears, I know that. And then I planted 2 other ones, Marina something, and I'm drawing a blank on the last one. But I don't know, I truthfully don't know what this one is right here, because I don't remember planting one like that. And then also, I don't remember planting, this looks like one of those like Turk's turban things. I don't know, but I don't hate them. I'm fine with them, whatever they are. However they want to be, I'm perfectly fine with it. It's exciting though. These ones are probably the closest ones to being done, but you can see that the inside is still pretty green, but I don't care. I'm going to use them. And I also wanted to show you how much these slender hinoki false cypresses have put on size wise. I'll try to find a picture when I first planted them, but they are doing so great. All right, let's go grab some soil and show you what else I want to do. I want to pot up something to go in this area, something simple. I got this Independence Boxwood the other day at Oakland Nursery, and I think I would like to just pot it up in here to give us a little centerpiece in this raised bed. The Independence, okay, I'm taking a risk. So I'm a zone 6. When you pot something up in a container and overwinter it outside, you should make sure that they're 2 zones lower than you, so I should be planting a zone 4 plant. But I have several mini boxwoods that I have in containers that have been in them for a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years, and I've had luck, so it's a chance I'm willing to take. But the new gen Independence Boxwoods are zones 5 through 8, and they get 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide, but that says 15 years. So we might get to spring and realize that we want to do something else here, maybe a bigger pot, but this is, I think, the biggest one that I have empty right now, so we're just going to use it, and I think it's going to look beautiful. And then we brought the soil so that we can top these 2 beds up. Yeah, and maybe I should at least take the hose and wash the beds, because they have some dirt on the outside, but that's what we're doing next. Just so you guys are aware, this boxwood was grown at Acorn Farms, which we visited recently. I find that very interesting. Although Acorn Farms does grow quite a bit of stuff for Oakland Nursery because they're sister companies, but I just think that that's very cool. So I've been to the place that grows them, and I've been to the place that sells them. This is just plain old beautiful. I don't know what else to say. I absolutely love that this is my garden. It's beautiful, just beautiful. And I totally forgot that you could see the secret garden from this angle. And I love that. Another project done, and I told you it would be satisfying. I don't know, I just love it. You would think that me taking things away, I would be sad, but I'm not. I love that I live somewhere that has the change of seasons, because I don't get worn out by one thing repeatedly. I love fall. I actually love winter, although I'll have to be creative with the whole YouTube thing this winter, but I still plan on doing as many videos as I'm doing currently, so it'll just evolve a little bit and show you what I'm doing in the winter. But anyway, I'm really excited about this area. So we still have to, when I get soil, fill these up to top them off so that they're looking slick and clean for winter. And I'm sure that I'll find other things to do in this area, but for right now it's looking good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I sure did. It felt good outside. I mean, it did get a little hot at one point, but it cooled back down. It's a beautiful day. The sky is so blue. It's so pretty. Let me see if I can show you. It's just a very beautiful sky today. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you that watches my videos. And let's just keep going. Let's see what else we can get into. I have so much stuff I still want to do. So let's see what we can do next. But anyway, I will see you guys very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.